welcome everyone here and online. I just want to share some basics with all of you, which may help you get best out of satsangs, out of, in fact, spiritual path and journey like this also. One thing that helps a lot is inner honesty. Inner honesty to yourself, which is not same as speaking truth to anyone and everyone, but it is like able to see your laziness if you are lazy, able to see your dividedness if you are divided in your effort and decision, able to see your confusions when you are confused, not trying to cover them, not trying to rationalize them, that you are able to see your ignorance, that yes, because it's not really, my friend, about convincing others. It's about seeing clearly what you know and what you don't. You can convince the whole world. That will not bring you joy, peace, happiness, freedom, love, and finally devotion to God. So it's not about convincing anyone. So this inner honesty is about you and you. It's between you and you, not between you and anyone else. So this is the most important thing I found, inner honesty about yourself, about everything that you know. Like living what you really have inside, whether you know or you do not. Living it consciously, being consciously honest inside yourself. This brings such a different change, like such a speed. It gives us such a speed of change, and so much effort and struggle vanishes completely from within and on the path of awakening. Maybe I give you a little example, and that may make it more clear. That you see a snake in the rope, which is a very ancient example. No? And also you are listening to others which are saying there is no snake. Now you have two parts of you. One which sees the snake, experiences the snake, feels frightened by it, disturbed by it, and another part which believes that there is no snake, and which you are trying to impose on the snake which is real for you. You will become divided so badly inside yourself that not only you cannot get anything out of your own spiritual journey, but you cannot even live life little bit. You cannot even enjoy a cup of tea. So seeing this, that hey, the snake is real for me. It does not mean that it is going to be real for me. It could be optical illusion, but so strong that I'm taking it like a reality. But doesn't make sense really now to believe that there is no snake. Accept the challenge when some masters, someone speak that hey, there is no snake. Taking it like a challenge, not like a belief. That okay, let me see really, like trying to have a honest look, another look, or sincerely. That okay, I trust you who spoke, so it must be true. And why I'm not able to see this? Trying like this, but not believing that. Believing will not really bring any fruits. So, like what I'm trying to say is that this inner honesty will kind of synchronize you in one process or one thing. We are divided very badly inside continuously. So this is inner honesty is very important also. Another thing that is a very difficult part of it, but if we can be a little alert about it, is you are sick. You go to a doctor. Doctor prescribes you a medicine. You buy the medicine and you start the medicine. And many people I find they have become addicted to the medicine now. So sorry. So it is important that when necessary, you will take medicine also on the path of awakening, on the path of freedom. But also, it's important to know when to stop the medicine. Whether it is a practice of meditation or any practice of devotion, any effort for that matter, we have to somehow become sensitive enough that when to stop it. Otherwise, that itself starts bringing sickness inside us, called separation, or start giving energy to ego, and our ego start becoming stronger because of that. That balance is necessary. You know, how we will achieve that? How we will achieve that? That's not really so easy. If we become more sensitive, and like the first thing that I shared, if we become more honest internally, and we like this become more united, that becomes a wisdom, and we are able to sense that's not giving me anything, you know like for the normal beings who are living a quite close to perfect life, or have close to happy life, the things are different or prescribed in different doses compared to the seekers of truth, you know so the medicine could be the same, but the doses will be different, no? So for the normal people, for example, it's all right to visit a temple, or any uh, place for God once a week, maybe, like this. But for the seeker of truth, could be different. So just let us try to sense how much is enough for me, and how much is more, how much is too much. No, I'm not sure really how you will do it, but I just thought that it will be nice to stir up a little bit here, because we are sometimes doing things too blindly. Another thing that I want to say, which will support with this also, and will come together, whole thing, is being partial. Being partial is what is ego. It's not a habit of ego. It is ego itself. Being partial is ego. Not being partial is being free from ego. So, by default, you will be anyway partial in everything that you will do. By default, most of your energy will be distracted towards everything else except what you are doing, what you have decided to do, including your spiritual sadhana, the technique, or effort of devotion also, including chanting or anything. No? So this, if you become aware of it, you will start becoming less and less divided. That is pure wisdom. You will be able to sense now how much is too much and how much is not too much. And there is no escape to it, by the way. The sooner you do, the better. No? There is no escape to being total. Being total is not like intense, crystallized, fiery, or anything. It basically means being sane, being wise. That I have decided to come to this Sunday Satsang today, right now. Why I should be now thinking about other things or giving value to anything else right now? Why should I not give my total to this man and this satsang, that let's see what is possible here? That's why we fail to get the best out of many satsangs and many teachers. No? And some people say that I failed so many teachers. No, you failed yourself, not the teacher. No? I failed so many satsangs. They say like this. I heard people coming to Guruji, speaking like this. And like this, I failed many paths and many techniques, and like this. It's not really. If you can serve milk and bread to a dog, but not divided. It is the formless connecting to the formless in the God, in the dog. No, Ma said like this also. I remember. So it's not really about what we do so much. It's how much of you is doing that. So decide to not do it. But when you decide to do it, know that, like if possible, most of you should do it right now. If possible, whole of you. So these are the three things I found to be very important, which are neutral, not like specific to a path or discipline of spirituality. So like this I begin. If anyone wants to talk to me, you can talk.
It's very interesting. This happens sometimes, often, that I find this exploration is alive, and then you speak about this, like this question of being total, and especially what you said about inner honesty. And I have noticed that there are times when I move into the comfort zone of either doing or not doing, but internally there's a subtle fight going on, So I think from your pointing, what I took is that if there is half-heartedness, to fully actually live that and suffer that pain and be honest about that. Because jumping into saying, no, I'm sorted out, or going to the other extreme, because that's just a more seemingly sorted out place, is not really being honest with myself.
Yes, you are right. It is good enough to meet people like this, other people like this. In the normal life, it is good enough, because let's say you are feeling pain in your stomach, and you don't want to bring that pain on your face when you meet someone. Like somebody came on your door that day, it's all right to put up a mask like this. But when you are sitting in your silence, in your sadhana, in your effort, You are by yourself, there is nobody else. But that habit continues. No, now you are as silent as your pain will allow you. You are as joyful as your suffering and your pain in your heart will allow you. So bring that pain together. That will, in one sense, heal. Heal not in the sense of how we think mostly, heal in the sense of will get chance to dissipate and disappear. Pain is nothing but suffocation. Some energy want to be released and not released. Yes, you're right actually. And like this, right now, you are free. Because there is really no process that can make us free except clear seeing and understanding what you are understanding right now. If you don't reject anything that is inside you, you you are actually free. Because freedom is not a state that we have to achieve like a certain flavor. Wow, it's so nice. It's much, much, much more than that. It's actual freedom, real freedom. Like it's like freedom from everything that we experience without you stop experiencing it. You can give up at a certain point of maturity when you only experience yourself and you don't find anything as tasty as that. But nothing stops you now from experiencing anything, and nothing binds you to what you experience also. So freedom is as close as to be free from engagement. And what is engagement? We are trying to continuously reject something inside ourselves. Why? Because that is sort of a disturbance, and what you are experiencing right now is sort of a peace, and you don't want to mix these two things. And like this, you are missing the eternal, inherent, fundamental peace that is present inside yourself and your being only. So when you are fully disturbed, even that time the peace is there. That peace is there. So you can afford to be disturbed now. So you discover that peace. No? Waking up is not really trying to reach to a state of peace or anything. It is to discover the peace which is never disturbed. No? Freedom. Peace and freedom are one thing in this context. No? Freedom is like freedom from fixation, basically. Any form of fixation is bondage, including the fixation that I'm going to live in my awakened state only. Even that is a fixation. Yeah. And sooner or later we recognize that, hey, I'm not free. Like, are you free to cry? Are you free to laugh? Are you free to love? And I'm talking about like a normal, ordinary being. If not, then you are not free yet. Then you have created a new subtle imprisonment for you only and accepted it as a palace, as a crown on your head. Yeah. So freedom is, Kiran, something so different than we describe it in the spiritual context. Because in the spiritual context, it is more like a lot of light, a lot of capacity of seeing and detachment and things like that. Love doesn't want to be detached actually. It wants to jump into everything because it knows that only it survives. It embraces everything fully. It is the language of ego to detach. It is out of fear. And the fear is of losing a certain state of ego. That state could be the worst state or could be the best state of seer or anything. But nevertheless, fear is same, fear of losing. Then we have not come home yet. I feel like this. Maybe might be doing very well in terms of capacity of seeing, neutral seeing that has developed in us, but yet. So it's nice.
Yeah, this one. And sometimes I've seen that it has taken years sometimes, but it keeps unfolding. Like there is a light that keeps coming into the corners, of that pain or whatever it is, which, because I have been, I mean, there has been just a willingness to stay and wonder and look, that it starts almost like blossoming like a flower. So it's not really about time so much. Sometimes it takes, I mean, in my experience, I can say it has taken a long time. See,
It's all right.
yeah.
We are, but basically I noticed what is happening in our life mostly is we are continuously sacrificing our todays for tomorrows, and only we better know why or what. And if we can see how we are today, this is what it is counted as waking up. Waking up has nothing to do with any achievements or any change anywhere. That's a idea coming from ignorance and arrogance also, that I can change. Arrogance means I can change. Ignorance means that there is a need to change. I am actually falling in love with everything that exists now, more and more and more. And I feel like, was I blind or something to desire that things should be changed, including every one of you, the way you are, right now, here and online. So this is my report actually. So it's not about changing, it's about seeing. How to see, be free. How to be free? Stop fighting with whatever is present inside. Now, how to stop fighting? That's what is the sadhana part of it, which includes different things like normal sadhana, what we call effort of spiritual practices, and and also path of devotion. Sometimes very few go for another option, which is a teacher. Very few go for it, meaning a constant active guidance. Very few go for that. So it's fine. Thank you. Okay, anyone else can talk now also. Online friends, I hope you know that these meetings are for you, mainly. Okay, nobody's asking right here.
Yesterday you said this is truer way of living, but there is something truest. And today when you started saying about integrity, honesty, the integrity, you showing the conflicts that I was trying to hide within myself or not acknowledge. And if there is any guidance.
As you know, I'm really, actually very simple. Not that I'm trying to show off that I'm ordinary. No, I'm actually simple. So my pointings are also very simple actually. Right now we are here. If at all you want to go all the way, resolve me first who I am in front of you. If you cannot resolve who you are right now, that will invalidate all of your ideas right now, all of your needs, all of your efforts, all of your struggles also. And you will reach exactly where you want to reach also. Who I am, who is speaking to you right now, and come out of your imagination about me. So don't project your idea that, oh, you are Rajee, and no, you don't know me yet. So if you can, would you like to come like this? Then tell me what left, what question. Then only if you are holding on to myness, but it's not my state, it's not my freedom, but my is sleep. So if you care for awakening, take this call. If you care for my awakening, then you tell me how can I help you. I'm like a bucket full of cold water for you. if you care to wake up. And I also have automated system to pour. So you tell me. Efforts are only because of accepting what is living in the mind. What is this energy which is living in the mind? It's like you have already accepted. Like, can you sense right now that how much you can be here right now? You tell me. We begin like this. Are you fully here right now? If you are fully here right now, is there a past? If there is no past, is there a future? If there is no past and future, is there any question, doubt, confusion, problem, bondage? None? Then why we need to do anything? When mostly we say that I am present fully, it is just 10-20% of ourselves. Rest of us is still waiting. That nice try, like nice exercise. So 80% is waiting that okay, I will be benefited by this being present. You are not present yet. If it is like this, I'm just telling you so that you can also check in case like this. If you are present here, there cannot be any past. Past is not a reality. It is created by you, by your association with the mind, with the thoughts of the past, the images of the past. This is the only reality. Being this present is the only reality. It's not like optional that I can be present or I may not be. No. It's about living in truth or not living in truth. It's about being in life or not being in life. Meaning being in life or being in imagination about it. And that model is okay because it is useful for us to live as a person. Because when we go out of this room, we will live as a person. Hey, give me chai, and like this. Chai is a nice idea. But it is not our truth. It's a utility. It's a tool. Like you use your shoes, no? Like that. It's a skill also. You have a skill. It's a skill of speaking. But that should not be like a inner speaking continuously, that engage. Like you keep training yourself. But I will say when I go to the chai shop. No, you have learned enough. Now you can let it go, no? Right now, you can be just yourself without inner speaking about past or about future. Why? You see my point. Like there's no need to think. Then you are present now. But when you are present, the problem is that you cannot hold on to this position for a long time. Your position as a person, as somebody, is entirely dependent on your engagement with the past and future. When that is not present, you start melting into spaciousness. Where you are now, you don't have to listen, you don't have to speak, you don't have to do anything at all. You are like water pouring into water. Everything is so compatible and in sync and effortless. Obviously, you are not achieving it. It is more like happening. And no need to be in a hurry to understand right now. Let that truth be united within you first, with itself. Knowledge is natural, like revelation, like insight. It just happens continuously. You just live in your true state for enough period of time. You know? This is so simple like this, no? I think it's good. It's fine. Yeah, very good, very good. Peter, you can talk to me.
My voice is a bit gone, so I try my best.
Okay, it's fine.
Very much on this topic. Last night I had like a bit of a breakdown, and it was along this topic of seeing this sense of division, frustration, and I allowed myself to really, I did never notice that I this half-heartedness, tolerating this frustration versus really allowing myself to be fully frustrated. And I went out to the beach and I just screamed at the ocean, like with everything I had, and it felt so free. I've never noticed how much I would have this judgment of like, this is wrong, hurry up, finish this up, hurry up, get beyond this frustration. And it was like, no, I'm not going back to my room frustrated, and I just kept going, and eventually I just naturally started laughing. Yeah, it wasn't like someone told you now to get into laughter. It was like I fully allowed myself to fully express my frustration, and it's along this line of like, no matter how much I try and fix anything, I can't fix anything. I just can't do it. And I'm so tired, of this project of, I've got to solve me, I've got to fix me, I've got to finish this, and but there's like some idea of what it looks like versus, am I just trying to fix a shadow? And the reason why I can't fix it because it's a shadow. And no matter what I try and do, it's not going to be fixed because it's a shadow. It's not myself. And I'm like, no, we've got to fix it. But
it's so true, so true, so true. It represents the seeker of truth, no, and its journey.
Like something wants to survive. Yeah, something wants to survive the frustration, but the frustrate, like something has to die in the frustration. Like it can't survive the frustration. It has to die in the frustration. That's what it looks like. It's just like, so it's just something seems to have, along what you said, this, I see the necessity to love fully, to willing to dive into this, not trying to save, this unseen blind spot of always saving, trying to get something for take home. And the thing that was interesting was this little kid that I kept running into. I'd come up and I'd want to say hello, and he would get scared and he'd run away. Yeah, every time he'd run away. And then today he came up and he came up, no scare, comes up and he gives me a rock, and I was like, immediately, like my frustration he didn't see anymore. Yeah, where before I was like, come on, come. So it's yeah.
It's very nice. It's very nice. I mean, this is very beautiful that like to encounter the truth.
And I don't know you, like I see the you know, there's something that wants to be like, oh yeah, Rajee, I know. And I'm like, no, I don't know me. You know, I just know this project that's gone on for a lot of my life. That's really, you know.
But it's very, very good. Now, when if we both feel inspired to meet each other, it will be such a nice meeting, you know,
Mm,
because we don't know each other. It's very refreshing and very exciting, actually.
mm,
Versus, yeah, we are meeting, you know, like this. Like half of us is already I have to say, dispassionate about these meetings when we know, yeah, I know who I'm meeting.
mm,
This is why those who are little wise, they know things about fundamentals of life. Those who are wisest, they stay in the not knowing of life.
mm,
Like this, they eat always fresh.
mm. Yeah.
This is what is living in the moment.
Mm. No take home.
No take home. Always eating fresh. Like, and only like this one can actually discover the full unity with life, with God.
Mm,
Because take home somehow makes us a taker, like an identity, which is not a reality. That's why it will stop us from living the reality, you know, like this.
mm,
We cannot be an expert to live the reality. We can only be courageous to drop in into the reality, like this, like this. That this is my reality right now. This is frustration. This is this. This is this. Okay, you know. Okay, this is how it is. You know?
that's the thing that I found really exciting in this thing was no more of this pretending and this self-deception that's going on and like it shouldn't be this way.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't help. It's
Doesn't help.
useless.
Doesn't help. Doesn't help. It's like I don't remember exact. There was a statement, no, that um, be peaceful, be calm, relax. No, is a statement which has 100% failure rate. You know, nobody. It affects no one. You only feel annoyed. You know, you are this, and somebody says, "Just calm down. Just calm down." You know?
Yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
think "I love you" could have helped much more. That I'm there. I'm just here.
Mm.
You are totally allowed to be the way you are. I'm just here. I can give you a cup of tea, maybe a glass of water.
Mm.
But telling that no, it's all right. You. Sorry if I'm going off the topic. That saying that hey, you are the self mostly doesn't help. That's why I like to work on fundamentals, which work, not teachings, which stay in the mind only.
Mm.
So I think you did very well, and from here more opening will happen because it's a place of total, not total maybe, but chaos with a
Mm.
ease of living and openness. And one day anyway you have to face it. Why not today?
Yeah.
And from here only wisdom and balance, and a control which is not of a person. It emerges from here. A harmony. It's not really what I am speaking is true, but it is useful. That's why I am speaking. In reality, what is happening is that you are waking up from the dream of person and dream of control also, which never existed actually, never existed. And even your body was sleeping with it. That's why body feels changes and reactions, no? Because of this. Now, who controls your life? But always the same guy, same power. It was always like this, even when you believed that it was you who was controlling and doing things. So this is the penalty of sleeping in the ego, that you don't live at all, you have sense of responsibility, and you suffer. You decide now. And beyond everything is something which is so miraculous and magical, that is presence of God, presence of the pure truth, which only can be tasted once we are done with this kind of struggle and doing this and doing that. And you are easy with life, you are relaxed, like, okay, I am ordinary, like God made a very simple case, a simple being. It gave no special powers to me. But be done with it. Your life, your great life will begin that day. Life is great, not we. And the greater life you experience, you will slowly realize that I am life actually. That's why I feel so excited to live it, the greatness of it. So even that separation is not real. But we have to start from the right notes, not from the intellectual understanding, not from the beliefs, but more experiential, heartfelt realities. Who is phoning? You guys, it will ring again. So can you check? So this is, Peter, is the ground of simple truth. In a way, you can say you were just afraid of meeting yourself, meaning your state of chaos inside. Even if you are trying your best to not meet it, it still is there inside you anyway. So better why not to meet it? No?
Yeah, it's been this, because it's been such a long project. Yeah, there's been this, what is it, putting on some sense of looking good, on top of this chaos. And this chaos just seemed to be getting bigger and bigger, and the face in the mirror was getting harder and harder to look at.
Yes. Yes.
And it's like, okay, something has to break here, like this division and this sense of just being, like, it's just like having to live this simple truth, the authentic. I don't care what it sounds like, what it looks like. It is what it is, and
Yeah, actually, what happens is that we live in inner divisions. Like one part is like great being, seer, awareness, and everything like that. Another part is I'm a sinner, I'm the worst person, inferiority, everything like this. Bring both together in one light and see what happens. Neither you will be as great as you believe in one part, and nor you will be as inferior as you believe. Like, and that somehow is not just this much. It is that a portion of you being the consciousness. So the portion of you is sufficient to live the body, senses, and everything, but not sufficient to live the mind. So a bigger portion is needed for that, which can live the body mind both together. Now, even a bigger portion of you is needed to live the soul that you are. And then even a bigger portion is needed to know and live the universal consciousness. So it's about uniting yourself. And knowledge happens now naturally. The more you are divided, the more you feel frustrated and live life in that way, as if everything is divided. Even your thoughts are divided from each other. Whereas if you let everything come together in one light, things really don't change so much. But somehow the consciousness which is stuck in them becomes united. That's a very powerful achievement here. Now you can deal with any one of them much easily, and even all of them at the same time very easily, because you are united. When you unite, you don't increment, like it's not in an incremental order, the increase, it multiplies, it's exponential. So that's why you cannot deal with one thought at a time when you are divided. You can deal with even all of your thoughts at a time if you are not divided like this. Deal, when I say deal, I mean meeting them, not just watching them. Really living them, not just aloof or anything. No, okay, I invite everything. Let it come. See what happens. So it's an achievement. It's a big achievement. Like these are the mechanisms which we mostly don't understand how life flows. When you are living divisions inside you, it's not the divisions, it's you divided. If this can be understood, you will care about the divisions more than anything else inside. This is where the inner honesty will help.
Can you say that last bit there again?
I said that the more divisions we are inside,
No.
we are divided, not that there are divisions. And inner honesty can help here. That okay, I am divided. This is the beginning of being free from divisions now. Because we are even divided so much that we don't even see. Like one portion of us is living in divisions, and another portion that is not even aware that I'm living in divisions. Now you become aware, like, oh, I'm living in division. It's a beginning. It doesn't feel nice, but it results so well, so fruitful actually.
That's the core of the suffering, yeah? This division.
Yes. Because you are weak. Suffering basically means you are weak. Weaker than what crushes you. Like this, you become stronger than anything that comes in the way in life, inside and outside.
So then this is seen properly. These things are grace because they create the suffering which only can stop when becoming total. So it's the grace of life creating the suffering so that you become total, so that these things can no longer trouble you, whatever it is.
Yes, actually, the goal of unity is not just that they don't trouble you. It is to have higher knowledge, which is bliss and freedom. Like many things, basically. But right now, this is all coming. That bliss, like bliss means like is a constant joy that you feel, uninterrupted peace, and knowledge of truth and the God also. So the purpose is much more than just being free from disturbance. But you are right. It is grace. Like we were reading this Urdu poetry today. Only that I don't remember the words, but I speak in English. That in the darkness, a hit is fine. A stumbling is light. The night is not going to light a candle here. So when you stumble, when you get hit, it is light. Yeah, when you hurt yourself like this, suffering. But the suffering is light actually. We are not supposed to be free from it. We are supposed to use it. We are trying to be free from the light, which is limited, small. It's trying to guide you that you are not living in your natural, true state where peace and wisdom is possible. No? So inner honesty will help you. Like, yes, okay, I am miserable right now. Doesn't mean that you will remain like this. Ignoring that, yes, you may. Not ignoring that, there is no chance. Just live the misery and you will jump out of it. We try to subside it. We try to reduce it in some way, like we try to numb it in some way by distracting, by trying to get the spiritual goodies and like nicer states, like, wow, I'm feeling so peaceful. Yeah, I'm there. And then, then we feel it's ease. It is okay. There's nothing wrong in that, but know that this is not the way to be free from it. It is the way to make like little comfortable about it right now. And then when you become comfortable, find a way to be free from it now, no? Like, so I think it's very nice. So it's fine for now like this.
Yeah.
Very good. It's a very good talk. I liked it. It's very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like this kind of talk. Like when we are actually talking, not like spiritually talking. Very good, very good. Anyone else can talk to me? Yeah, sure.
In continuation of what Peter was saying, there are two things I wanted to ask. First thing is, it was very lucky for Peter to realize his own frustration, because we started this talk with our own honesty, inner honesty. So with him, it was very lucky that he realized what was wrong. So that was his honesty. Usually, we try to hide. Usually, like suppress, show that no, I'm fine. No, this happens. This is life. This goes on. So we try to. At least I have met many. Okay, so I'm really happy that I'm able to hear this lovely talk. Okay. So, and sometimes it is really difficult to realize that inner honesty also. Like we are honest in our lives, but that habit comes. So, in spite of we wanting to be honest, are not honest.
And suffering will hit you, no? Then, and will enlighten you. Then
Yeah.
suffering is the light there, no? I found satsang to be the brightest and most loving light which guides us. But when we are not ready for that, then suffering will guide us. No? What else? There are no courses to be free from suffering, no? Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we all are trying and believing in those courses, but they don't work really.
Actually, yeah. I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. Because there is something in your stomach. You are feeling you are feeling sick. Unless this goes out of your stomach, you are going to continue feeling sick. It's as simple as this. Like burn it, bury it, whatever you do, but it has to end. It's not just, this. And for that, you have where to begin to see that it is there. Not believing it, but accepting that at least there is something. Let me see what is wrong with me. Rather than believing that I am the self and peaceful. If you are self and peaceful, you don't have to believe that. And if you have to, definitely you are not yet that. Then better you be what you are really, miserable self, so that you can jump out of it. So this is a courage that is needed to wake up. And for rest of the other, different sadhanas will help in the kind of making the pain milder. No? That's what we call peace or joy. When there is no pain, you cannot imagine the joy of life. Mostly what we call joy is nothing but reduced pain. Or numb, sometimes mostly numb, covered, like that. Real happiness is like very different. It is like peace when you are not active, like emptiness. Where God knows itself as formlessness. When you are active, laughing, moving, it is like a form. And a seer is experienced also here. A seeing is experienced. Who experiences the seeing? Seeing of the laughter, of the talk and everything. And who talks? All of this is seen. And no one cares what is seen here. It is the seeker's mind that, okay, I am able to see myself laughing, so it means I am in a good position. Who are you who is in a good position? We never ask these fundamental questions, You are just afraid of facing the truth, fear. Truth that you don't exist. You don't. Something else exists. That is called God presence. It's a simple truth of this moment for every one of us. It's just about when you will you will have mood to face it. Until then, you would care to grow. No? I hope I did not say too much on that. In that,
I am actually, I don't know, but I am getting every word of you.
I think that is fine like this. No? Immediacy is another key for seekers of truth. That okay, I want to go the path of devotion is totally fine. I want to go through the path of sadhana, no? Different effort, meditation, and like this, also fine. Do whatever you want, but do it today. Don't make it like a long journey. No, that doesn't work. That is ego's way. Your way is, I'm going to do it today. 8 hours is a lot of time for sadhana, but continuous 8 hours. Not like 8 hours with lunch breaks and tea breaks and this. And those are also fine, but they can be your sadhana also. If you are up for a 8 hour sadhana one day, only one day I'm saying, but every minute of it and every second of it. Now, regardless of what happens, you are going to be in sadhana now. That is how things should be. Like, do it today. Whatever you want to do it today. So, if it is true, if it is fruitful, it can bear the fruits, and if not, it is exposed that it is not going to work. We keep thinking that one day I'm going to try this technique fully, and then that day you feel, oh, it did not work, and you wasted few years like this. Like this is what I'm saying. So it's nice. Very nice. Let's be realistic. Let's be real, factual, actual, not philosophical, not intellectual like this. Yeah.
Actually, I have answered. I don't know why I still feel like talking to you. Maybe because I'm leaving, sir.
That's fine. Yeah. You are love of my life, so it makes sense that you speak to me also for no reason.
Okay, I'll not waste everybody else's time. Today, during our talk to Rajee in the morning, it was said jokingly, but it is still there in my mind constantly. You were talking about death on birthday. And
I know I'm strange.
no, it was very nice. That line that it hit me. It hit me. Yes. Because we talk that we are going to die, but we live that we are going to live eternally.
Yes.
So I think it was a good reminder for me also that, oh yeah, actually every birthday is this. So I wanted to thank you for this reminder. Because since when I wanted to tell you this, thank you, because it's still there. It was like
Nice. Yes. I can use this example that we are having a birthday. Hey, happy birthday! Like this we also said, and we can be lost in it. That hey, happy birthday! Like nobody realizes that what happy birthday exactly means. Happy birthday celebration. It means you have lost 1 year of your life first of all, and you have come closer to the fact that you are going to die sooner than before, than last year. No? So we can suppress it in the noise and the sound of music and everything like this. And for the normal beings, it can be still good enough to kind of stop for a moment that what I did in the last year, what I can improve in this year, can be good enough, but not good enough for the seeker of truth. For the seeker of truth has to face the truth and live the truth right that day on birthday that I'm going to die sooner than before. That's what I gifted Manu, because I thought she is open for this.
actually it made me realize that I am dying every moment.
Yeah, we are actually.
And in this
That's why I'm enjoying every cup of my tea fully.
and like this past, future, everything vanished for a moment. When you were talking, everything vanished. And I was like, oh, I'm dying every moment. Then where is this past? It's already dead.
If you can see like this, you will forget most of the spirituality. You will care about like, okay, so what to do now?
Yeah.
Hey, is there anyone tell me now what to do now? All your sadhanas and their results, their outcomes and great, spiritual achievements will become useless in this moment. I'm dying like this. So this realization is like waking up slowly. What can help you wake up more faster than this realization? But now you will live so intensely. That's how we try to cover in every possible way death. And that's how we try to cover in every possible way love also. Because love is death, no? Death of ego, death of the control, like this. Some people take a bullet and die like this, dry. Some people fall in love, no? Like this. It depends what flavor you like, no? Like some hardcore will just like kill me, like this. Some people want go it the sweet way. No? Hey, I want to be in love. This is death only, no? Every second your preferences will be it. You choose love or your preferences. It's not really about who is on the other end. It's about you only, you and your ego. Thank you, beloved. Thank you, thank you. So things are very different than they look. So it's good, good. Yeah. Anyone else can talk to me? I think there is someone wrote something. Jada, you wrote, I think. Much love
Hello.
from Rumi's ashram. Oh, Tom. May I speak, please? Oh, yes, yes. You speak, please.
Hello, hello. It's very nice to be here and also with you.
It's very nice to hear you from Rumi's Tom, no?
Yes, it's very nice to be here actually unplanned, and I just found myself here, and yeah, also I just want to take this chance here.
How nice, how nice.
Thank you, thank you, thank
Thank
you. Actually, my heart beatings are just too much right now, somehow.
I can
And
understand. You are with Rumi, no?
Rajee, last week you said that who wants to drink the Amrit? You know?
Sorry, can you say
Yeah,
again?
sure. Last week you said that who wants to drink the Amrit?
Yes.
Full, drink it fully. And you know, when I hear this from you, it's like, I don't know, Satori moment, or just my heart beatings are just was like this. And yeah, but I couldn't talk with you. And
Yeah.
today I really want this chance, and I want to drink this Amrit. But before this, yeah, I just want to drink this Amrit.
To drink this Amrit of your own being, of God actually, God presence. No? You have to sacrifice everything that you are holding on to.
Yes, and you know, I don't feel like I have courage to somehow jump from this identity. It's such a habit, you know, and I couldn't find any courage to somehow jump from this personhood. And I just pray for this, you know, maybe love can give me this courage, you know, because it's just too like me, and I live with this identity, which is, yeah, so
Yes, love
kind and
can,
like this.
love can give you courage, or if you pray, love can take over also. Then you have to
It,
do nothing. Love can take over. Then you have to do nothing.
I didn't
Love
understand
can
love.
take you over. So then you have to do nothing, no struggle.
Yeah. Yes.
So you can pray
Oh,
like, if you want to pray, pray for the best. No, that hey love, take me over, so I can experience God and I can drink this amrit.
yes, please, please, please. Because, I just try so hard and I'm in the edge of, I try so hard and it's not going anywhere. And it's just trying can go on, but it's not going anywhere. So something from God can
Yes,
has to come.
yes,
It's
totally.
not my job anymore. I
Hmm.
feel like this. So something.
You are becoming wiser now. No, see, those who are running and still cannot see that they are reaching nowhere are not able to see so well yet.
And also we cannot run anymore, because it knows it cannot go anywhere. I know it cannot go anywhere. So I'm just waiting, just stop.
This is
So
this is good. This is good. This is very good. Now prayer will work. No.
yes, yes, yes. And I want to pray, I don't know how to pray. I don't know what to say. So
You can say the same thing to God that I don't know how to pray.
yeah,
I,
I
I always
I say this. I say I don't know anything. I
yeah.
just say this.
I
I don't
always
know
used to say like this
anything.
because I truly did not know where you are God and who exactly God is, and like I had no idea. But I was true to myself that hey, listen, I sense really that there is something. Can you please help me? I really need help, and I'm ready to take help also now. I will not
Yes,
impose my way when you give me help. I will not reject anything which comes from within now, like this.
yes. And this is this power which brought me here. I really see this, and
It's already very nice. The prayer has already started in you.
hmm,
In fact, much long before you even thought about it.
it's Guruji.
Yeah, totally.
So so what can we do now with you? What can I do
Right.
with you now?
The best thing you can do is that do not do anything, so that let this prayer work on you now.
Okay. Yes.
All that you have to do is that just ignore this restlessness if it comes sometime. That impulse.
Yes.
That, hey, I have to do. No, you have to do nothing now. You really because you cannot anyway. You said no. So just like this. This is what is surrendered to yourself to God. No, not doing anything like this, but very available.
I
Not like
am.
not like anywhere looking like okay anyway I'm not doing anywhere anything let's go have a party. No, I'm 100% available, but I don't know what to do, so I'm not doing anything right now. But I'm ready. I'm flexible to be moved by the light of God, by truth, by love. Even this speaking is already the proof of God and love. Even to speak the way you are speaking is already a declaration of the presence of God. You cannot speak like this without that. As,
It's like, yeah, please.
as they say, you cannot even remember God until God remembers you. Even the first thought that comes in you is only after God remembers you, no? Looks at you like, hey, where is Seda? What happened to her? Then you feel like, hey, God, like this. It really is true, but it doesn't seem true to the mind.
I'm just too happy that you say this, because I really somehow I see, but I feel alone. I feel just only I am, and I don't feel God in a way. So I'm so happy that you say this.
Yeah. If you feel alone, it is a perfect state where the revelation of God happens. Just don't look out. Just don't create relationship outside. Remain in this aloneness. No? It is necessary. So this waiting is true waiting actually. It's not a waiting of finishing, reaching somewhere. It's a waiting of not going anywhere. Waiting for something to happen now. I feel this is a true waiting. I'm available, and that's all. Hmm. It's not that we need a guidance to go home from here. Because we are alone, that's a misunderstanding. We need to stay here a little bit, unassociated with any relationships, so that we can see who is present with us all the time and guiding us. We don't need sadhana in the sense of reaching somewhere. We need sadhana in the sense of becoming more sensitive and present, so we can sense right now who is speaking actually in the form of Saida right now, if not that which she is praying for. Then that makes sense to me completely. How can you pray for God without knowing in some way? Who can know God except Himself? So it's a illusion that Seda is praying for God. No, it's Him only in a disguise. It's just that I don't fall for these traps anymore. My heart is open. Beloved, I can see you. Whatever tricks you apply on me, I can see you. I will happily listen to everything that you say, but I will not believe that you are not that, because I can see, because I can feel your presence here in this body. Oh, very nice. Enjoy yourself. And accept my love and my namaste to you, beloved.
Thank you.
Thank you. And also say my salam to Rumi, because you are present there. No?
Yes.
It is
You
my
are fully here. You are fully here. You are fully here. All of you.
thank
All
you.
of you.
That's
Thank
very,
you.
very nice of you
Thank you.
to invite us like this.
Thank you. Thank
Because
you.
I love Rumi so much. Every word, every, like it's so tasty, so deep.
He loves you too.
Yeah, we all actually here. Our, the Sangha here, we love so much. We speak also, we read also so many times. Thank you, beloved Rumi, for being in existence and for
Mm.
sharing your love with us in the form of a body. Thank you, beloved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me just enjoy this tea a little bit with Rumi for a few minutes. So many, most of the great words look like made of, like plastic flowers. Many of them, in front of the words that uttered by Rumi like this from the heart, they're so wet, no, so dipped in love, no, like this. Makes no sense, but feels so nice, no. Cannot understand, but can be lived. No? All the expressions of truth are like this. They are supposed to be lived, not to be understood. We are trying to understand them like this. Neither we understand nor we live. No? When we insist too much that I want to understand the expression of truth, then it is compromised and put in a language. Already it kind of has gone too far. Peter, we serve dogs here in Tiru, no? Different, like we had different rooms. Sometimes the other room, and there also there was a baby dog, no, which had small puppies, and we served her. And I feel we all felt thankful to her, not vice versa, that she gave us chance to serve. Actually, here also we have a mother with puppies. No? Yeah.
Yeah. On that note, it's become very ordinary to every time I get a chance to pet a dog, I always am saying thank you for letting me say hello. It's
Yes. Yes.
something knows that it's like something's learning to do with them, only to come to the humans in the same capacity of just gratitude
Yes.
to meet any other life
Yes. Yes. Yes.
from without the filters.
Yes. 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 This is what I'm talking about. Because without the filter, what I see makes me so humble already and so grateful already that you gave me chance to say hello to you like this.
In this, it's you see the cost the cost of knowing something
Yes, 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 yes. But as
Not
as you become wiser, like this, you are ready to pay the cost for one drop of nectar, no? For one drop of amrit like this. You can pay the cost, everything that you have earned in this life. And this is the funny part of life, Peter. Whatever you have to save is not worth saving, and what is worth saving need not be saved. This is the miracle of life. And this, what you experience, need not be saved and will be saved. But by living it, the way is to live it, to give space inside. We cannot save God or God experiences, but we can give space in our being to that experience in the form of this talk also. No? Who is this talk? Beyond my idea about it. Let's be realistic about it, not philosophical or spiritual. Who is this really? When you are sensitive like this, you are amazed what you are meeting right now. You're just so amazed in the form of a helpless dog. What comes to you and challenges our great wisdom, no? Great spiritual knowledges. This is meeting life. God is coming in the form of this life, no? And again, I become so ordinary, not humble, not arrogant, just ordinary. Same as the dog, no? Feels very nice to be here with the dog like this. And somehow they can sense also. They become comfortable also somehow. Very nice to talk to you also, Peter, in this same context.
I wanna just say I'm sorry I missed this opportunity to be there in Tiruvanamalai with you all.
It's all right. You are here now with us. Because distance could be an illusion also. I many times still try to figure out whether what exactly means to be in Tiru, or what it means to be in Pune. I still try to figure out, some of you can maybe correlate with me. We have to really come in this not knowing, this purity, this freshness, so we can have a fresh look at life and live like this every day, like the way life actually is, not the filters, the life seen through the filters. I don't know if it fits here or not, but some beautiful poem was there. No? Under the greenwood tree, in the wild or something like this. There was one poem, no? William Wordsworth, I think. There is bad weather, and wild animals, but it is all serene and peaceful. It has always been like this, Peter. It is comfort versus freedom. And if you choose freedom, some degree of comfort is provided by God also, or the ability at least to make it feel comfortable wherever we are. But when we choose comfort, we choose death actually in a way, or hell actually. Death is beautiful, death is peaceful. Hell, we choose hell. Hell means not living life. This is hell, no? Like alive but not living. Capacity to live is there, but not living. This is hell, no?
This not meeting life.
Yeah, yeah, this is hell. This is suffering. No? I enjoy my cup of tea fully wherever I am, whatever I do, and I can teach anyone anytime. This is the deepest thing I can teach anyone, except whatever I speak, and that is all connected to to who I speak to. But this is my thing. I can teach anyone. Anyone interested, you are welcome to join me right now also. No? I read some very interesting words from Eckhart Tolle recently that if you cannot enjoy life tremendously and fully on your ordinary bicycle, you are not going to enjoy it on your Rolls Royce. It makes sense really. So this is my ordinary cup of tea. It has always been so ordinary, and I'm so blessed actually that it is ordinary. And because I'm also ordinary, so it's kind of compatible. But I found life to be ordinary like this also. Whole of life, everyone, everything, except human beings, many of them, they are living in some sense of superiority and like this, and sense of work that is going on, trying to become, trying to reach. Everything else is happily living life. They don't buy your idea that we are humans are greater than other beings. We are actually, but as a possibility, not as a reality yet. Have we realized the reality, potential yet? Mostly not. But then how we are higher than any forms? No? Yeah.
This simple thing of willingness to die for love.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that it's all that's there. Yeah, this.
Yes. And Peter, this comes in the way also. Even when I was doing self-inquiry by the grace and guidance of Guruji through the video, it comes in the way that time, last moment also. That now truth or your life like this. So one has to anyway go through the death. Why not go the sweet way, chocolate, and even you get strawberry flavor. Like it depends, like what type of sadhana you have done in your past lives. Based on that, you may get some freedom of choice, but it is definitely sweet and like it's so sweet and soothing. Soothing, it's very soothing. No? So it is true, really. There is no escape from death if you want to live. So Peter, what is the spiritual journey and why it takes long time? Because we try to save ourselves, meaning that what we are tries to save itself or spend itself slowly, so that it takes like whole life. You can spend whole of yourself right now. That's what it means to be really here today. No, we are saving ourselves. No, but I have a meeting, but I have to do something. I have a life. I have to, all of this. But only that portion of you will know whatever it can know today. Will not be mostly sufficient to remove your suffering or bring that joy. And we don't have to even change this, but we have to be fully conscious that I'm saving myself from everything, from love particularly. Those who save themselves from love, they neither experience or know love nor truth. Those who don't, they experience love also and they know truth also. Peter, when I have known everything, then God is going to come in the form of you and going to challenge me. Now solve me, like this. then I will have to let go of all my knowledge and everything and start fresh from ABC again. Like, okay, so kind of what is the thing now? Like this. It is such a joy for me now to come to this ground zero of not knowing anything. Truly, not just philosophically. It is such a freedom to know again and again life and everyone and everything like this. It is not really being feeling humiliated or anything. It's not really degrading yourself. It's making yourself free, really, and alive. Just you cannot sell these things. There are no buyers of this thing. Everybody finds it too ordinary. So you can do some business to buy, to earn money and like this. Nobody is going to buy these qualities. Except this, every being in life, trees and everything will recognize this openness. They do really. So very nice, very nice. Thank you, beloved. Thank you. Anyone else can talk to me also? Do you want to ask? Very small font, but I think Jim, you want to talk to me?
Rajee, a little while ago, you mentioned about a body and you don't even know, something like that. For me, all I know is my body. From the moment I know, all I know, the way I look at myself is this body carrying around. How can I not consider that I'm the body?
You don't have to believe that you are not the body, but you have to live consciously the experience that I am the body. This is the way. But living consciously, not unconsciously, this is the difference. When we are living the experience that I am the body unconsciously or with less consciousness, basically, not unconsciously, but less consciousness, then that consciousness is only sufficient to help to fuel you to continue living in that feeling or that thought of I am the body. But if you increase your consciousness here, you will see the truth beyond it. Truth of the body and truth of yourself and also truth of your relation with it. So you have to increase the consciousness here, meaning live this same thing exactly as it is, but with consciousness, more conscious, meaning more present, less busy, not sleeping, not stopping, suppressing anything, but also not too busy, so that you cannot observe what happens here. This is the way. No? Does it appeal to you or not?
I'm not fully sure. Maybe I should think.
Yeah, you can even experience with me right now. You can feel, and while you are feeling, you can say that, "Hey, I'm the body," but be consciously say like this, and see what happens. Maybe you were trying to suppress this truth. That's why you were not able to see the truth of it. It's a fact. The experience is there. I'm the body. It's
Right.
a fact, no?
Right.
So nobody can know the truth by suppressing the facts.
Okay.
But by living them consciously.
But so there's nothing wrong with it.
No, not at all.
to
It's just that you know very less about you. That's all.
that I know less about
About you,
the but
I'm the body is just a tip of your knowledge.
right.
I am the body is happening in something and to someone. Who is that someone and what is that container in which this I am the body happening? That is knowing a deeper, having deeper knowledge now. No?
Mm,
Which is anyway available. Nothing can happen without a container. No?
right.
So where is this feeling happening? No? That I am the body. At least there has to be someone inside you, basically
Mhm,
you, no?
mhm,
And hey, I am the body. So I am the body is the experience. You are not
right.
the experience itself. No? So you can see the distance between you and the experience that I am the body. And that is deeper knowledge now. Now deeper knowledge begins like.
Mhm.
It's good enough like this? Or
Yes, yes, yes.
nice, nice. Things are
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Things are actually very straightforward when we are present and interested. You know?
Mhm,
When we are biased and or we are lost in the mind, it's very difficult.
right. Um, um, a different question.
Okay.
You mentioned about enjoying chai.
Oh yeah.
When I drink my chai or coffee,
You don't drink chai or coffee?
no, I do. Not at this moment. Um, when I start to drink, I think I am going to enjoy. But by the time I finish, I don't realize what I was doing. There are so many other thoughts that carries me away.
Yeah, yes, you're right. So enough value is not given. This I can teach you. Enough value is not given to the tea, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel tea breaks or whatever break we take in the form of tea, coffee, anything but normal, which is not harming our body, they are like divine, you know, like they are
Mm-hmm.
divine drops of divine light given in between
Mm-hmm.
drop, no? And that has to be taken like this. Okay, break time. Break means break into God. Break from ego into God. No?
Mm-hmm.
So not drinking the chai, but letting that drinking of chai happen more, you know. For that you have to be fully present here, disengaged from everything. Not when I say everything, I don't mean like really everything, but as much as possible. And also try to buy most beautiful cup so you can have a look at it and it catches your attention. No? That makes a difference in the beginning only. It's all about value. It's about living the truth of this moment. This simple thing can teach you how to live the truth of this moment. And like this, you discover what is body, what is mind, what is this hand which is holding it, who is holding this hand through, you know, through this hand, through this physical structure, who is seeing, who is feeling, who I am, what is life, what is God. You know, all these things kind of start unfolding by themselves here in this moment. So like this, chai is like the outermost, the grossermost layer of yourself, God being the deepermost, and they both can come together here. God loves enjoying, having chai. I came to know later on. Just joking.
Thank
And
you.
thank you, thank you. I think it's something you will experiment also. We have like, let's say, 19 minutes left because today we really have a tight schedule. We have to end this. So yeah.
Is this chai thing because we get lost in the senses, and so we don't fully enjoy it, because by that sensory experience is kind of temporary. And to fully enjoy the chai, one has to go beyond the senses, something like
And I don't think so. We don't enjoy the chai fully because we are busy. This is the simple thing. Why we are busy is different for different people. Like even for the seekers of truth, we are busy in trying to maintain a certain state of being, seeing, or something. When you have nothing to lose, then you can lose yourself in senses, no? Fully. And you will know that you are not losing yourself. What can be lost is not you, like this. You are not an experience. Also, you are not that energy which experiences. And yet you know that I am experiencing. Who else? And it is important to make sure, because you are paying the bill, no? So make sure that you are enjoying this tea. I think this is mainly because of this, that we are not full, kind of, how to say, we are not fully free from engagement. When we can afford to be fully free in this moment from engagement, and I think everybody can actually, if we just don't try, or we never thought like this, that I can take a break even from spiritual efforts for a cup of tea, which is like such an ordinary thing. But we can taste a full freedom here, full freedom, meaning God can enjoy this cup of tea through you now, like this, the whole existence. But obviously, you will not survive here, and that is the fear. That's why we feel that if I don't survive here while having a cup of tea, what will happen about the work that I have to do after the tea break? That's why we hold back, and secretly we survive. Like, okay, I'm just not there at all. It's just emptiness, existence. But we are just waiting that when God says that, okay, break over, I will jump in. Like this. And it can be a good test also, how we are trying to save ourselves. Just my way of devotion, my way of surrender. So this tea is like surrender for me, complete surrender to this moment. Everything that I have known, I have achieved, is surrendered here to life, to this cup of tea. If no life after that, totally fine. Like this. This is my attitude, but I know that it cannot happen like this. But just try. It is good to challenge also sometimes. Otherwise, we keep holding on to spiritual states for a long time and we don't see them as impermanent. You are not the states, but you are that container in which states happen. And you are the experiencer of the states, which is free from them already and always. Never dependent on them. Doesn't matter whether states are there or not. And all the states come out of you also, by the way. Meaning you are that material every state is made of. Funny. So knowing yourself is like knowing the subtlemost unit of, building block that you are made of, that material that you are made of. That's what it means to know yourself. It doesn't mean that to change your thoughts or feeling or anything. That is necessary sometimes to align yourself, but fundamentally it is to know the material you are made of. And the funny part is, as you know yourself, the material that you are made of, you find that body, mind, everything is made of that same material. Only from the outer position, things look divided. From the inner knowledge, everything is made of the same material, really. So then why cannot I enjoy my cup of tea, and why it will not be spiritual activity, So it's how it is. It's fine. Okay. You're looking very cute, no? Like this.
I'm hiding from social media.
Understand? Oh, how nice! It's a creative solution, no? Very nice. But you're looking very good. At least you can click one photo and can show me, no? This is sincerity and this is simplicity, actually. You know what I mean? Like, let's take things like this. We take them too personally or too spiritually, even. That is a way of being personal about these things. Why not we be realistic? It's very nice. It's very nice. Kumar, you can talk because I think you are going to be the last one to talk. Like I can discuss right now.
Pranam.
Pram, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm fine.
Um, you spoke about the dog and the puppies
Oh yeah.
today. Yeah. And actually, I've related this to Kiran, but I thought I would just share it here. That when I was about 6 or 7 years old, in next to our building, there was a dog, and it's 8, 10 puppies were there. And this was during my vacation time, so I would spend all day over there. And when they would be, the dog would let me be there when she was nursing also. So she wouldn't let other people there, but she wouldn't mind my presence.
Oh.
And the puppies would jostle around. And if a puppy kind of fell down because they were very small and they wouldn't even know, so I would just pick them up and put them back in their position. And I would keep doing this again and again. And it was the best thing I remember of my childhood. And when I came to Pune on a Sunday, I found that there was only one seat, where I sat, and there was no other room there. And I thought, that's very interesting that there is no other room. I have somehow found that one spot which was empty, and I am now, Kiran has found a way to put me there. And I was reminded of that somehow the universe has, is paying me back for what I did. And I'm just very grateful for that. Thanks.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
That I was put in that spot, somehow he picked me up and put me in the spot.
I mean, nobody really goes, to truth and like this willingly. Most, like we have to be shocked and like put in some way like this, no? Because whenever we try, it kind of doesn't work. But whenever he tries, we fight too much sometimes also. So this is the perfect timing that he tried. You did not fight too much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I really want to speak a little bit like this. In the end, that we were talking for last some time, we were talking that in fact, everyone is a born devotee. Everyone actually. It's just that the devotion is covered by thick sense of ego. Meaning, sense of ego means ignorance about the self, and also that produces a sense of identity, and then arrogance, meaning the kind of sense of solidness around it, reality around it. So we feel that I can do something. Then we do sadhana. Okay, you do sadhana like this. And in this sadhana, what happens is that you're losing weight slowly, no? And then at some point you start realizing that who was doing sadhana actually? Who was doing this sadhana? Then somehow that is the time when the truth of unity with God and has started revealing itself. And we really find it very funny, that hey, God is our source, source, not like ocean is source of wave. God is source like the roots of a tree are source of the branch, which is connected still, like that. And it is true. I am smaller, much smaller than the vastness of God. It is true. why I would not feel devotion and gratitude for God, but not like a ritual, but a heartfelt reality, like Rumi, like Rumi. So
Rajee,
yeah,
oh, sorry.
it's
Would you
fine.
like to would you like to see around a little bit?
Yes, yes.
Yes. When you say so,
Uh,
this is
I will not speak. Let me put you in this thing because you're. Yeah.
the
So also you can speak a little bit. What is this like this if you feel?
yeah, sure. There is a tomb, but today, actually not today, but this week is their reunion week for Rumi.
Oh,
So yeah, this is too crowded here, so we are not so close to his tomb now. So I cannot show it, but I will try a little bit.
yeah.
Yes, actually, right now it can be seen, but this one, yes, this one is his tomb.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you are a bit quite far actually right now.
Yeah, because it's too crowded, as
Yeah.
I said, but let's say find a way.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It is amazing, amazing feeling for
Thank you too.
me.
Thank you too. You are all welcome. Okay. So yeah, I'm closing right now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, beloved.
Thank you.
Thank you, beloved Rumi also. This is a funny thing, Kiran, that when I was real, everything was like a shadow, no, around me. When I don't find any reality now inside me about myself, everything around me has started revealing itself as truth. You know? So funny. Everything means every one of you included in this already right now. No? Now, if you don't see your reality, that's none of my fault or business, no? But I can help you. See what I see in you, what I see as you. I can help you in that if you are interested. Because earlier I used to feel that I am the center, unknowingly, of course, and everyone is like a shadow. Like like I literally had this clear feeling that it's like a circle, inner circle, where my family and friends and relatives, which are thicker shadows, and far away people known to me or those who are not known, maybe they're like very, shallow. How to say shadows like this. I found it to be true, really. Like, and I felt like, wow, what kind of sleep I was in. No? But somehow I'm able. It's very nice to remember right now this thing that I am having a exactly opposite experience now. I am a shadow. Everything is real. Everything is truth. I am just a seer of it. I don't have my own reality, anywhere. Amazing it is, and that's why so much love is felt to all of you. Not because I am great, but because you are great. You really are. If you can just see your beauty from in my words, in, what an amazing thing Saida did, no? She brought Rumi in our satsang today. What a blessing. Because if you want to learn love, learn from Rumi, no? We are really blessed, all of us, no? Right now. I think it is good time that we end this meeting. It was really very, very nice for me. I very much enjoyed every one of you here. I hope I was useful for you in some way. Thank you. I will hopefully see you all again in some way because we are in the same ocean, no? Where we can escape from each other.